And welcome everyone to a special All-Star edition of Magic Pod Squad presented by Starry. Dante Marchitelli, Jeff Turner, George Galante, and the latest Orlando Magic All-Star, Paolo Banchero, kind enough to join us. Yes, sir. Congratulations, Pete. Ninth All-Star in Orlando Magic history, the 25th selection. Congrats, man. I know you just found out a matter of moments ago. What are the emotions? How does it feel to be an All-Star, my man?
It just is a great accomplishment, man. I'm happy that it happened, and just glad I was around the team and everybody here. We all got to experience it together. It was a lot of emotion sitting there just waiting. It was more suspenseful than I thought, but I just enjoyed it and was glad that we all was here to experience it together.
You mean you
Yeah,
didn't
take
like
us
the
through
you
that. You
didn't you
guys,
didn't like the fact that you were the seventh guy of seven to
I
get
told
watched
I
by
told
TNT?
Joel, I said I had a feeling I was going to be the last guy chosen, but I'm just glad I got my name called, man. It feels good.
Yeah, me
well,
too.
take us through it. You were at practice. You were on a bus. You were racing back to the hotel. You just got to the room in time, didn't you, to see the selection?
Yeah, they had Joel had it up on his phone at the gym. He was watching it, and then we luckily we had a short drive from the gym to the hotel, and then we were kind of all scrambling to find one room to go in, and luckily we got a conference room with a TV, and they turned it on, so everybody got to watch.
What was the celebration like, Paolo? You look like you've got your shirt's a little damp. It looks like.
Yeah, so, with some water going around. Guys gave me a water shower, man. So it was fun, man. Everybody just showed a lot of love and support, and I shook everybody up, hugged everybody, and just told them thank you and how much I appreciate them.
Think back to when you were a kid, Paulo, right? You start playing basketball, right? I know your mom's an accomplished basketball player, but was this the goal? I know you said it was a goal to win Rookie of the Year once you got the number one pick. You check off that box. I got to think every kid that grows up playing basketball dreams of being an all-star one day, right? Was that part of the goal?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, um, I think it didn't become a goal till maybe like high school or college, but it was always a dream. You always watch the All-Star game, every year, and you just dream. It seems impossible at first, but um, as you get older, get better, you accomplish more goals leading up to it, and then it starts to become more real. And so, once I got to the NBA, I think is when I really wanted to just lock in and start off with Rookie of the Year, and then I didn't know if it was going to be year 2 or year 3, but definitely, be an All-Star was on the Mo's over there cheering me on, but
As he should.
yeah, no, it was
Hey,
always.
Paolo, go ahead. I was gonna ask you. You were fourth in the voting by your peers, by the players. That's a huge honor, but to be selected by the coaches who, you can't fool coaches, right? Like they see it every day. They're preparing for you and things. How does that feel? I know you were proud to be fourth, from your peers, but from the coaches, that's a pretty big honor as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, the coaches aren't gonna lie. They're not gonna have any agendas. They're just calling it how they see it, and it means a lot for them being the opposition most of the time. It's speaks to just how hard I try and play every night, and just the effort I try and put forward. I try and give my best every game, and yeah, man, I'm just glad that I've earned the respect of not only my peers but the coaches as well. I think it's huge for me. Just as a confidence booster and just trying to make my name and earn my respect in the NBA.
Paolo, what was the whole day like for you though today? Because I can tell you that I had many conversations. I talked to Mike a couple times. I talked to Joel. I talked to these guys here. I was nervous for you all day. And Mike actually said to me, and I'll share it with you, he may have said it to you. He goes, it feels like draft night all over again because I don't know what's going to happen and I don't like it. So what was it like for you just all day, not just watching it, just all day long for you?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike actually woke me up with a call and he said exactly that word for word. I was just getting up, we played last night. So we left San Antonio this morning, so I was just getting up and he called me and said the same thing. Like, man, it feels like draft day. I'm nervous, and I started laughing. I thought that was funny. But honestly, it was a regular day, man, just a regular travel day, and I knew that it was coming, obviously, tonight, and you know, but I really wasn't trying to think about it. Obviously, I was confident that my chances were good, but you never know. So I was just looking forward to it being announced.
Paolo, what does this mean to? We saw your mom last night in San Antonio. Obviously, she's super proud of you, and we've seen your dad, Mario, a number of times. You haven't even had a chance to go through all the messages you're getting. I know your phone is blowing up. But what do you what does this mean to your folks, your family, your friends, things like that?
It means a lot to them for sure, just because they've been there with me the whole journey. They've been there with the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, and uh, they've just put in. There's been a lot of people that's helped me along the way that deserve a lot of credit for helping me just become the man I am today and the player I am today. So, I'm sure all those people are proud, and I'm be sure to tell all of them thank you and how much I appreciate them.
Guys, I'm looking at this, and Paolo, you know this, but for Magic history, you're joining Shaq, Penny, Tracy McGrady, Dwight Howard, Grant Hill. I mean, these are some of the best to ever play the game. And now you add Paolo Banchero into that mix. I mean, it's just the sense of pride, I'm sure, is got to be pretty overwhelming at times too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, coming in, remember when I got drafted, um, I remember seeing something right when I got picked, just of all the previous Magic #1 picks, and I remember looking at it like, I got a lot of work to do. All those guys were legends, like you said, and so just to, be in the same, sentence and as those guys is a huge honor, and those guys put on for Orlando and gave it their all, and I plan on doing the same thing. So it's definitely an honor, though, man. I don't take it for granted. Those are all the legends that came before me, and they put in a lot of work.
It doesn't happen without your play, Paolo, right? So, okay, that's great. You get nominated, but you have to play well and you have to earn everybody's respect. And you've done that. And especially these, if you've done it all season, but the last 25, 26 games, especially with people in and out of the lineup, kind of take us through your mindset and how you've kind of carried this team and kept everything afloat here the last 25, 26 games.
Yeah, I think it's just been a mindset of, trying to bring my best foot forward every single day, practice or game. Um, that's just been my biggest thing. Obviously we have injuries and, deal with different stuff throughout the season, but as a team, we want to stick together. And then for myself, just trying to be as consistent as I can, and with my play, with my attitude, with my focus, and hoping that it rubs off on everyone else. And then when I do slip up, those guys are there to pick me up and hold me accountable. So it's a team environment, and it's a just an overall team thing where we all got to hold each other to a standard. And I think just players and coaches, no matter who's in the lineup, who's out the lineup, we hold each other to that standard, and that's helped us.
Oh, I get asked like all the time, what has impressed me about you, especially over the month of January when we've had so many, the injuries and so many close games and games that didn't go our way. And my number one thing is that the thing I've been impressed with for someone second year in the league, as young as you are, just the way you handle adversity, you never seem to get that frustrated. Now, I'm guessing maybe inside you get a little frustrated sometimes, but you don't show it. Is that something you consciously think about, or you're just being a leader and trying to put on the best face for your team?
No, it's something I think about all the time. I think just it's really came from the feedback from my teammates and coaches. Just how much my energy and my attitude rubs off on everyone else, and how important it is. So when they come and tell me that, then I want to be the best teammate I can be, and I want the best for the team. So I got to make sure that my attitude um, is always up to par, and that I'm staying poised. Whether it's a tough game or a late game situation, like just having that confidence in myself and also in my teammates and coaches, and that confidence running through everyone else. I think has been huge. And I think that's been a big area of growth from last year to this year for me and the team, is just the confidence we have in each other and the confidence I have in myself. I think just as a leader and a player has really grown a lot. So, yeah.
Paolo, how much does the team success? I mean, we've always preached that, you know, when the team wins, everybody gets to eat. Isn't this proof? I mean, if the Magic were, if we were 20 and 27, you know, I don't know necessarily if we're sitting here, even if your numbers are great, but because the team is having success, I mean, that helps everybody along.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been like that. And that's something that, you know, we preach, you know, coach preaches it. Everyone preaches it throughout the locker room, is just, you know, put the team first. And, you know, as long as we're having success, you know, everyone's going to get what they deserve. And, you know, this is just the tip of the iceberg, I think, with our team and where we're going to be able to go in the future. And, you know, we got a lot of guys who got a lot, you know, that they want to accomplish and that they're going to accomplish. So, you know, it's not just me. You know, we got a lot of guys that are ready and are going to keep, you know, elevating as we elevate as a team.
All right, last thing, Paolo, and then we want you to celebrate. We want you to get there and get back to all these messages, right? But we try to bring it up as much as we can. There's every statistic and metric you can look at, but fourth quarter scoring, clutch points. I mean, you're one of the top in the NBA in all those categories, but it accelerates even more. You're top 4 in fourth quarter points on the road. What is it about you on the road, that atmosphere in the fourth quarter? You're a dog, man. You want the basketball and you want to send everybody home upset. I love that mentality. Kind of take us through how much you enjoy and thrive off of that.
Yeah, I think just, you know, being on the road in the NBA, you know, it's hard. And, you know, it's really just you and the guys and everyone that you know, came to this city with. You guys are all you got. And so I think kind of taking that mentality um, is important. And then just for me, I think in the fourth quarter, in the late game situations, you know, I kind of treat that almost as like another game, almost a separate game. You know, when the fourth quarter starts, when I check in the fourth quarter, you know, I'm not worried about my stats or what I've done in the first 3 quarters. I'm clear headed, whether it's been a good or a bad game. I'm clear headed and focused on what I got to do this last, whatever it is, 7, 8 minutes to help us win this game. And so I think just having that mentality of, you know, really coming back to the center when the fourth quarter starts and, you know, catching your breath and, you know, refocusing is been my biggest factor, which I would contribute to how I've been playing. But yeah, I think you just live for those moments too. I think it's something about you when you're a competitor that, you know, you just, like you said, you want the ball, you want to carry that responsibility, you want to, you know, you want to be able to help your team, you know, over the edge. And so I just kind of had that mentality all year. And I think, you know, as a team, we've been, you know, adopting that mentality as well. I think guys been stepping up in big moments time after time. And I think we're just going to keep doing it.
Well, that's great. I know Jeff will tell you, not everybody wants the ball at the end of the game.
That's
He's been
what
in
I was
those,
going to say.
right?
He said,
I was
"Oh, well, you want the ball." No,
was
they don't.
I was
Not
listening
everybody
to
wants it.
Paolo and thinking, well, that's an all-star mentality right
That's
there.
right. That's
There you go.
All right, good stuff. Well, good luck the rest of the way. 34 games left. We're excited about this playoff push here down the stretch, and let's have a great finish to the rest of the season, and let's get into the playoffs. Congratulations, and we'll be cheering like hell for you in Indianapolis. Congratulations, Paolo.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I got about 1,000 of these. I need you to sign when you get home.
That's right.
All right,
That's
congrats,
right.
Paolo.
All right, that'll do it for this special All-Star edition of Magic Pod Squad presented by Starry.